do. So this is objective for today. I want us to understand the interface. I will increase the but if you can still not see it clearly from your end, you need to zoom in your own screen. So we are going to be starting with introduction to Stata and data management. We'll look at the interface of Stata and the environment. Then we'll start from how to load data sets, how to save our data sets, how to use do file, log file for reproducible analysis. Then there are some rules and regulations that we need to understand when you are using Stata. So we are going to be talking about it. Then we explore variable with basic commands. Simple. So please let's not overthink it. This is what we are going to be learning today. So I want us to please put our minds to it. The first thing I want us to look at, just like I don't want to commonize it, what is data analysis itself? We have said it before that when you have your information, you have data. What is information? What is data? All this, nobody's going to be asking us, so what's the difference between this, what's the difference between that? But it's important for us to know. If you want to make jollof rice, you know the ingredients that you need. You can call all these one like, okay, these are data, kind of like you bring it and say, oh, I have a data set. You have rice, you have maggi, you have ororo, that's vegetable oil. You have all the ingredients that you need. All these ones are information. Now, they are data sets. Now, when you measure it and say, oh, I have 2 kg of rice, I have maggi, maybe like three cubes and all of that, you already have information because you are now weighing it. You know what it means. So by the time you put it inside your pot, you see that pot that you want to use to cook that data, you want to use to cook the information that you have. It is what we call software. Which one of them happens to be Stata that we are going to be using for this training? So by the time you use it to cook it and you bring something out, you bring insight, understanding of your data that you have. That is simply what data analysis is. It means making sense of your available data or information that you have. And we have two types. You can do descriptive analysis or inferential analysis. That's inferential statistics. So we are going to be going beyond just descriptive analysis, but that is the foundation of it. So the first thing that I want to do today is to understand what this interface of the software that we want to use look like. Now, because we all have our software installed, when you click on your software, I told us that we should put it in the desktop so that whenever you want to use it, it will be easier for you to just click on it and it will open, right? So you have the software. All you need to do is just double click. I think I should just go back so that will show us from the beginning. Okay. So this is Stata here. I don't know if you can see. Right here, this is Stata 17. I already finished the task bar. I will just click on it. When you click on it, it will open like this. We have this interface. We have interface here. You see this side, it's called history window. I mentioned this during the orientation. This is command window. You see this side where you see command. This is where we can type. And when you move it, you can shift it just to suit. Okay, so you can adjust it to your taste, anyhow you want it to be. It is not rigid. You can also adjust this side anyhow you want it to be. So this is called history window. This down part here is command window. And at the center, this big screen that you are seeing, this window here is called output window. Output window. It is called output window or result window. This is where our result will be showing. This is any output you do, any operation you perform, whether it is correct or is wrong, it will be displaying here. And by the right side, we have two windows there. We have variable window and we have property window. In properties window here, this side, there are two things that we should pay attention to at the beginner. You will see variables and observation. This one is to tell you the number of variables you have and the number of observations you have. As it is right now, we have 0, 0, 0, like there's nothing there. That is where this variable window is showing 0. There's nothing there yet. So now, if I want, the next thing we're supposed to do is, okay, this is the interface, but in Stata, I mentioned that if you don't know command, because how do you expect a beginner to start writing commands? You can do point and click. So that's why I tell people that the same energy you will use to learn Excel, you can use it to learn Stata. And you know that Stata is for professionals. It's for professionals, like you can, because you can keep your record of 30 years, and when you want to do that thing, all you need to do is to just highlight and you execute the command and it will come live. All the analysis that you want to do will just everything will be executed and you get the result in just seconds. We are going to be seeing that. So we have menu bar. You see all this place now, this menu bar, that is way. If you don't know command, you can easily use all this. Like they are written in English that you can read. The first thing we have there is file. When you look at file, you see open data subset, view, do, file name, change working directory, log, import, export, and the rest. Now, I want us to pay attention to three things here. We'll be looking at log, import, and export. When we talk about log file is where any work you do, any output you have in Stata, if you open your log file before you start working, it will be saving it for you as if you are putting your record in Word document. It will be there. Even when you mistakenly close Stata, everything that you have done will still be in log file. Then we have import. Import means to bring in. You want to bring something in into Stata. Why is this important? It is because most of the time when clients give you work, or even if it's your own personal data, it normally is always in Excel format. They normally put it in Excel spreadsheet. We have other ones too that you can import. If it's SPSS, SAS, or any of these, if you have any of these files, you can easily bring this to Stata and change the format anyhow you want it to be. So that is why for import. Then for export, just like the opposite, that means you are taking it out. You are taking the your data set, you want to save it in another format. So you can export because most of the time when you finish working, some people don't know how to use Stata. So you can easily give them in Excel format. Why is Stata better than Excel? Excel is basic, like it's just foundation to any analysis you want to do. But it still look as if you are doing your work manually when you are using Excel. There are so many things that when you are working with large data sets, Excel it will take you like 1 month. In Stata, you can use a day to finish it if you already know what to click on. And we are going to be seeing it here. So you can export. And I didn't think we have any work here. You see that this save and save as will come alive. But for now, we don't have anything there. Then we also have this edit. Under this edit, either we want to copy table, but we still don't have much here. You notice that my own window is now different from your own. This output window is not showing the serial number, it's not showing anything again. That's because I'm recording and I don't want all this to be out there. I can easily come and say clear result window. It will clear. If you do that, it's not going to affect your work. If you just remove the what you don't want to show, like the window should be clear. It will delete everything, and that is what that is. Then when you click on data, if I say go to data, this is what I mean. You click on this data bank, you see describe data, and it will still open other things for you. Describe data in memory, describe data content, that's the code book, inspect variables, list data, then compactly list variable names, then summary statistics. If you go to data editor, we have two things there. We have data editor edit, we have data editor browse. What is the difference between data editor edit and data editor browse? You see data editor edit, just like the name is. When you have your data set loaded already, when you click on edit, it means that you want to tamper with the data. You can tamper with it, but if you click on browse will not allow you to touch it. If you click from now to tomorrow, it will not have any effect because what you click on is that you just want to browse through, you just want to see what you have. That is what data editor browse is. Then you see create or change data. You can create new variable extension. All of this, you see, the more you work with data sets, you tend to get a lot of additional information. You can see. So, but we are going to cover what we have in the course module. Then this is variable manager, frame manager, data utility. This is sort. This sort is just like the name is. You want to sort your data set, whether in ascending or descending order. Then we have combined data set. In this combined data set, just like the name is, you want to combine, you want to put two or more things together. That is combined. So that means under combined data set, you can either merge two data sets, like you want to join two data sets together, like folder, you want to put them together, or you want to append. You can merge or append. So we'll be talking more on this merge two data sets together. Then I will explain what append data set means. Okay, so then when you come to graphics, this one is all about doing your graph, two-way, bar chart, dot pie, histogram, box. You see a lot of things. Now that you have the software with you, let's say there's a particular analysis that you want to learn, you can even explore it on your own. have the time, you can explore it and say, oh, this is what I want to do. I want to do survival analysis. All these are here. All the tools that you need is here, and it is not hard to do. Then for statistics, when you click on statistics, you will see all manner of analysis that you can do. Summary, table test, linear model and related, binary outcome, ordinal outcome, and the like. See them. The more when you click on it, you see that it will still bring additional. So we are going to cover the ones we have in the course module. Then this one is just the user. But when you see that, notice that the window that you need, because you see this variable window is very important. Your command window is very key. You need it to enter command. Output is very, very important because the result of anything you are doing must show. Then the history window is where you'll be able to say, oh, where did I stop? What have I done? You'll be able to see. Let's just look at it and say, oh, this one is missing. I remove history window. History window is no longer there. What is going on? And you are looking for it, like, my own interface is not looking like every other person's own. Don't panic. You can put it yourself. That's why I say Stata is not rigid. If this is not also there and you want to bring it back, all you need to do is go to window, click on this window. Then what is missing? What do you want to bring back? I need variable window, it will come back. I need history window, it will also come back. Now that you have the software, please try to play with it. I tell people that if you can use WhatsApp, you can do analysis. You can relate with anything, whether it is new or something that is innovative, they are just bringing it in. All you need to do is have access to that software or the app. Explore. Explore. It's not going to affect anything. It's not going to spoil. Explore it and you will see that you know more than you think you know. Okay, so we are still looking at navigating Stata interface. So that is it. Let me pause and ask, is there any question? Is there any question? Can I see here? Please ask. Hmm. Yes, they are selling it. It depends on the version that you want to buy. As at was the day before yesterday when Madam Oluwatoyin was trying to get the thing. Stata 19 is 920 something dollars. So I think 900. Yes, it's the latest. It's the latest. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Any other question, please? Okay. So in the absence of another question, we move forward. So now this is it. I normally have notes. I will send it to us. We open it. This is I instead of me doing PowerPoint, I say, oh, why not? Let me just maximize the use of Stata because I can create a group file. I can create a group file. So this is it. So that if I send it to you, you can read alongside the video. So when you want to start working on Stata, we can practice. Don't forget we have our own data set that we are going to use. It is DHS data, and that data has a lot of information inside. It is as far as your hands can practice that you will say, oh, like I don't have enough data. No, you have enough data to practice. So for example, this is syntax. When you see something like SYSUSC, like you are saying use, this SYS is only saying syntax, like SYNC, this syntax. Like this is like a command. And you have auto. For example, this auto is the name of this data set that we want to use. Then when you put this command, you are giving it option. That is what it means. And you say clear. What is the meaning of this clear? Clear means remove anything in memory before loading. Remove anything in memory before loading. So if I have a data set before, let's say here, okay, I just say things can use auto. I'm saying that go and bring this auto. On your own system too is there. It's like something that you can use to practice first. So when you click auto is the name of the data set. So if you have your own data set and you put it as your name, What you are going to do, you say syntax, then you put that in, it's going to bring it for you. But very important, your working directory must be clearly defined. That's why I say anything you want to do, let's move it to desktop and create a folder. Put it as Stata, use it as Stata, or you take word for so that you will not forget. But this one on your own system too, you can write this, and it will bring it, just put auto, like it's already installed. Now you see this clear. This clear means delete. It has wiped away all the things that I have in the variable window. So that means at the back end, there's nothing there. I will show us how to see your data. You know, when you are working with Excel spreadsheet, you'll be working like you'll be seeing it. Everything you are doing, you'll be seeing it. It will be showing, right? But here, this is how to get there. You see, and anything you are doing, this issue window will be recording it for you. So I'm still going to use this. Instead of me to go back, that is one of the importance of this issue window. I can easily repeat the command. I will just go there. Okay, it has changed. Okay, I put something. You see, I have variable here. So I want to clear it. Clear. And use it. So if I can do it either way, I have this already. I'll just say clear. It will bring it and wipe the old one away. Now, if you want to see what you have, this variable, you want to see it at the back end. You will come to data. Can I move forward? Can I proceed? Okay. Okay. So we come to data and you will go to this data editor and say browse. Browse. If you say browse, then it will bring you to this end. Hmm? Let me close it. This is another way you can do it. You can simply write command. You know, I say you can write command or you do point and click. So when you see this browse, you can write browse. It's one of the commands, simple command that we use. Say browse. It will take you to that back end. So if you do not remember the command, you can always use the point and click method. Stata also have one good feature that I like so much. If you don't know what you want to do again, you can seek for help. You say help, I'll now say browse. Maybe I want to browse, but I can't remember the point and click that I need to use. So you just come and say help. I'm saying help browse, right? It's not bring it. Say menu. This is how to use the point and click. Because they're already telling you this is syntax, this is like the grammar. Like if you want to write it, it will tell you that you should browse, that you will say browse, then you will list the variable. But for beginners, I say don't worry. So you don't need to cram this. Just use point and click. Under this menu, either you want to edit or you want to browse. I will explain what that means earlier. So it's telling you that go to data, after data, click data editor, then data editor edit. Or if you want to browse, go to data editor, browse. Let me copy this. This is what I do. Even me, there are some analysis that when I'm doing, I'll be like, oh, I can't remember this code. I will seek for help, then I'll bring it here. You see, like it's because I don't want to forget. So I'm not going to run it because you don't understand. You say I should go to data, I will not click data. Okay, I'm there. You say data editor. Okay. By then you will have remember what you want to do. You get so that is how to see the data set that you have at the back end. Okay. So I'm going to say clear. I'm deleting it. So we already know that. So you can either use existing file. Now, let's say we are done with this. You have a customer a client sends a work to you and is in starter format. Is in starter format. Just like the case of us now, we have a data set. What I want to teach us now is how to import. That is how to bring in your work. How do you bring in your work? If it is already in starter format, that's why you will see DCA at the back. So please let's go to our data set, that GHS. If you open your own GHS, I should have it here. Let me use it. If you open your GHS, we have this GHS data inside. You open it, it's compressed, then I'm going to extract everything out. Inside it, we have post harvest with 5 and we have post planting with 5. When you have open post harvest, inside post harvest, you still have another data set. About one is about agriculture, the second one is about community, and the last one is about household. So inside agriculture, we have a lot of data sets. This is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we have 15 data sets in post-harvest with 5 agriculture. We also have it in post-planting. So this is real life data. This one is not just we bringing or just one variable that will be very straightforward. Then you say, oh, I already know how to do analysis. So this one is to show you that I'm going back now because I have other ones. Inside community, you will see that for community, it is written set C harvest, set C harvest. So this is with 5. Let's go back to that agriculture again. I want you to pay attention to the way it is written. You see sec A, that is telling you that section, agriculture. A is standing for agriculture so that you know the one we anytime we are using. I've already changed my working directory, but I don't want your own to be like that. That's why I say you should put it, create a folder for it. So what I want us to work on now is this is post harvest. I want you to open household, open this NGA, this is talking about Nigeria data set. This GHS Nigeria data set. Go to post harvest with 5. Please jot it down. Go to post harvest with 5. Then go straight to household. This is what I'm saying. I'm already in post harvest with 5 like this. This is 3. You will see 3 folder there. Open this household. So I have section 1 and section 2. I want to use this to teach us something. That is why I'm going to, I will copy these two. I will copy it. I do Control C. I'll copy. I'm taking it to my folder. I already have this. I have cohort 4. Inside it, I have my lecture notes. But now I need these 2 files. We are going to be working with these 2 files. I will use these 2 data sets now. I will use it to teach us how to import, how to export, then how to merge data sets. So we move from there. Now, if a client, okay, this is it. Let's say I'm going to clear this so that if you are starting afresh, you will understand what I'm saying. So here, there's nothing there. I don't have anything. If you already open your Stata like this, and you want to bring in a data set, if it is saved in Stata format, at the end, you will see DCA, that's Stata format. All you need to do is to just double click on that data set. This is what I'm saying. I have this. This is already DCA file. This one. That's why I say file type. This is Stata data set. I will just double click on it and it will open. Straight up, it will open in another window entirely. This is it, and it's telling me that I have all these variables inside. Now, if I want to be able to see the number of variables that I have, I don't want to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and the number of observations that I have. I'll come here, this window, then I'll bring the property window. So this is telling me that I have 117 variables, and I have 28,258 observations. And that will take me to what is the difference between variable and observation. In order not to stress us, I already put it in form of notes so that when you are reading it on your own, you'll be able to see it. For variable, I will just write example so that I will not forget. When you are talking about variable, I have how many people here? Okay. We are 9 now. We are 9 here today. This is if I want to do a study on my participants now, people that are here, and I want to ask for your socioeconomic characteristics. I also want to look at your expenditure. I want to look at your location. Now, if I'm asking you that, oh, please, Mr. Gomez, Mr. Gomez, please, you are free to call me back. Or you know, we discussed something earlier. If I'm too fast, please call me back. If I ask my son, I already know his name, right? I have our name. And I say, please, give me your age. And this way, all of us will now put our age. So then your location, you tell me. I have your Gmail. And I say, how much do you earn per month? The supply, how many, what's the number size of your household? That is how many people are living together in your home. You give me the information, like all this. Okay? You see the number of us that we are here that I'm collecting this data on, it is observation. So observation can also mean the number of respondents that I have, people that are giving me information. How many are they? That is talking about observation. And it is usually on the row. That's why you see row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, the way it fits in any spreadsheet. That means when you have row 1, all the information in front of that row 1 is for just one person or one household or one unit. Hmm? Now, when we talk about variable is the one you have in the column. For example, when I say age, when I say what is your age, what is your income, what is your location, that means I have three variables. So I collect three variables from one each household. So I will still show us in practice. So this is the data set that I just imported. And I mentioned that if you want to see what you have at the back end, can somebody remind me the command if I want to use command? Anybody, please? Am I still here? Screenshot. Okay, what's the command now? I want to see the information that I have here. I want to be able to see it at the back end. I can either use the point and click, or I will write the command. So the command is browse. Browse. You will see because we are using Stata 17. Before the lower version, when you write your command, whether it is correct or wrong, it will still be black. But Stata 17, I noticed that when your command is right, it will turn to blue. But if it's wrong, for example, I want to write browse and I mistakenly write browse, you see that it's black. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but if you practice it from your end, this is already signal to you that there's no command in Stata that is browse. So it's browse, and I'll say enter. It will show me what I have at the back end. So this is example of observation. You see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is talking about observation. All the 1, 2, 3. That it represents individual. This is one person, another person, another person, another person, another person, another person, like that. Each person have their information in one row. So when I ask for state, I ask for local government, the sector, the EA. This is HHID. We'll talk more on this. This is individual ID. This is whether the respondent is still staying in that place. All of this, all these S1, Q4, they have their own meaning, which we are going to be renaming. So I will use it to teach us how to rename. All these are part of data management. Even before you say, I want to start running analysis. If you put your data management, your data management is well done, you will clean your data with then analysis is nothing. All you need is just to put the command and you get your result. Okay. So each person like this, each row talks about observation, individual person, individual. In any organization, let's say like you have like 50 people in your organization, each person, you can call them observation, you can call them respondents when we are talking about data analysis. Now, when we talk about variable, you see state is a variable, local government is a variable, sector, and all of these, they are called variables. Whether somebody is educated or not, the date of birth, they are called variables. I hope is it clear for now? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we have this. We already know that when you want to check your data set at the back, you can easily write the command browse or you click data, then go to data editor. If I want to tamper with it, that's when I will say edit. It's telling me that you want to change the mode because before I open it in browser, I will just say yes. Yes. What I tell people is just calm down when you have information. Calm down and read the instructions, then you'll be able to continue. So that is how to open data set. But now, if your data set is not in Stata format, let's say it's in Excel format, you will have to import it. You cannot just, if you click on it, double tap that you want it to open, it will go and open in Excel. If you have Excel app or the package on your system, it will open in Excel. Just like you have Stata and you double click on it and it's open. Okay. So before we do that, I will use this one to export. I will export this in form of Excel. So we'll now use it to learn how to import. Okay. So now I have this data set. I want to export it. Let's say everything is fine. I just want to export. I'm taking it. I want to send it to somebody, and the person did not know how to use Stata, or the person wants it in Excel format. I will come to export. I will now say data to Excel spreadsheet. Then it's telling me variable, leave empty for all variables. If I want, let's say I just want to select few. Let's say I already know. I just want to pick. No, I need the zone this one. I will select the one that I need. But it's telling me that it is everything that you need. I don't need to go and be selecting 117. I will just leave everything like that. Export. I will leave it. It say leave empty for all variables. One of the characteristics of data analysis is that you must be patient. If you read, get right the information, then you know how to navigate anything you are doing. So I will now come to what name do you want to save it as? I will say save as and take it to where I want it to be. Look at it. Don't just save your own and be looking for it. From experience, you will see participant will come and say, I saved the work, I don't know where it is. Make sure we have a folder. Go to desktop. My own is quad 4. Maybe your own is Stata. Make sure that you save it inside. Now give it a name. I just say export example because I'm using it to teach us how to export. If I want to label this correctly, I will label it as household section 1 because that's the original name. You can still see it here saying that section 1 roster. And I know that it's on HH. HH is saying that household. Okay, so export example, I'll say save. If you look at it here, it's saying that save variable name to the first row in Excel file or save variable label to the first row in Excel file. I just want you to save the first row. You can still read other ones. Output numeric value, not label. I want to save it as the first row is the variable name. I'll then say okay. You see the command that I don't know how to write. Stata will help you to write it because you use point and click method. It will be here. You see, this is what I'm supposed to write. I'm supposed to write export. I'll say Excel using that's where I want it to go to. You should go to user Dell. This is my laptop name. I want it to on the desktop because I want it to be inside Word 4 folder. And then this is the name that I put. Export example. Then it's telling me that in Excel format. And I gave option that the first row should be the variable name. So I'm done here. Let me minimize it so that you know that the work is saved. This is before. This is quad 4, right? Before, I did not have this export example. This is what I did at 1:45 p.m. If you look at the time, just now, just now. So if I open this, it will be in Excel format. It's coming up. You see, because the data is large. So this is it in Excel format. Excel format. All of this. And the data observation is 228,000 plus. This is it. And this is just for rota alone. Like just asking them basic information about their age, their income, are you married? Only this, only this. This is 228,000. Now imagine that we need to clean this data in Excel. It will take me a lot of time. This is 28,256 because number one is the variable name. So this is how to export. Any question on how to export? Any question, please? All right, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So this is how to export. This is how to export. I'm going to close this because I did not make any effect. That's why I did not. Yeah, let's do it. I did not write it. I use point and click method. So let's do it together. You see, let's do it. It's good to ask questions. This is the information. My desktop is kind of busy. I don't want it to be busy. So I already closed it. What I did is if you want to export, export means you are taking it outside. This, let's say, is this section 1 harvest that I want to work on. This one is in starter format, but I want to take it out in form of Excel. Maybe I want to send it to a boss. Maybe like the person did not want to use, or maybe a client, because that's what I do most of the time. When they give me jobs to do, and I know that they understand Excel, but me, I want to do my work faster. I will come here, work on it, blah blah blah. I've cleaned the data, I've renamed, I've put it in the right shape, and I want to take it back to Excel for the person to understand the work. I'll come to file. I will now come to export because I can't cram the command. export, I would say data to Excel spreadsheet. You say leave everything, leave empty if you want to export everything, all the 117 variables and the 22 and something thousand observations. I will leave it. What is the name that you want to give it? Now, because I already have this, except if I want to replace it, I will use it to teach us how to replace it. But let's do it normal way. Excel. Okay, I will say export example 2. Export example 2. You can give it any name you want. Export example 2. I will say save. Now, I'm saying that save variable name to the first row in Excel. That is, you see this name here. I want it to be at the top. Let it be the heading. So that you'll be able to click and say, oh, this one is talking about state now. Oh, this one is talking about age. This is their HHID. That's what I'm doing here. That's the essence of this. I'll say save this. I'll not say okay. You see, I did not know the command. I'm a beginner. I don't know the command. But you see, Stata will automatically tell me what the operation that I've performed. And this is it. But for experts, straight up, what they need to do is they will just say, they will write the command, export, Excel, using, then they will put their working directory where you want it to be. This one is on local disk. Somebody will just say using user there and say desktop. It will be my desktop. Let me remove this.
Did you just click inside that command box, then it appears there straight away?
Oh, I think this is the question you're asking. You see, it's from this issue window here.
Yeah.
See, the first operation that I did when I open this particular data, see, it will write the command of how I open.
Okay.
It will write it for me. And that is the essence of creating a do file. Do you see? It will write it. This is the operation that you have performed. It will tell me. So we now what we do is when we finish, even as beginner, when you finish your work and you say, oh, this is correct, this is wrong, the one that you know that you want to keep record of will now be selecting it. That's why we create do file. I will come back. Let's finish how to export. We'll finish how to export. I just click on this and it will bring it. This is that change to export. The first one, when I say use, that comes to use. So now, if I say clear, that is delete what I have in the memory, clear. You see that I don't have anything here. Let's come to data editor so we'll be able to see it together. It's empty, empty. But I don't want to go and be picking it again. I can easily come to issue window. I will not say bring this, and say use means go and bring this. Use this file, use this file. Enter. See, it's here. Now I want to export. I have this command already. I want to export. You know, I already have one that is export example 2, right? Let's say this one is example 3. I will say enter. If you do it automatically, do you see that I did not do anything? Let's go back to that file. You will see that everything will be there. Okay. You see, export 1, this is the first one we did though. This is export 2, the one I used to do example. The last one that I did not bother, I just used that command. The only thing I did was to change the name because it will counter it and say, do you want to replace? This is the third one. Okay, so that is how to export. Any question? That means there's no question. Then let me show us. Eh?
Sorry, I want to ask.
Yes, sir.
So we just did export now. What for it maybe a client gave you Excel file and
Hmm.
want to use that that is the import, right?
Yes, you are going to
So if
import.
okay, so if you want to import, I understand that we have to go to the file and you can go to import. So
Hmm.
are we okay? So after the import, okay, so we import that is right.
Yes, we are going to import.
We are going to import.
Hmm.
So
Thank you so much.
we just search for the command either Excel, Stata,
Hmm. So now we are going to import. So all of us will see it together. We are going to import. Okay, so this is Stata. I will open Stata. And I want to bring it. My client sent me work. So I want to come to file. You say import because it's Excel. He's telling me that where I need to browse it. But if you already know, you just write because don't stress yourself. Even the professionals, they use commands because it's less dramatic. So I'll just come to export example 1. Anyone, we have the same thing. Allow it to load. If you look at this corner here, you can see this cap that you are seeing. This cap, you see that something is loading here. So it's loading. It's loading. So I want us to pay attention to one thing. If you look at this preview window, I wish you can make it bigger. If you look at this preview window, if you look at it, you will see that this preview is just showing not 1 to 50 row, right? You will see A, B, C, D, all these alphabets. That is Stata automatically creating a kind of title. You know, is the heading, this heading that we call it variable name. Variable name. You know, I've explained what variable is. The name of this particular variable is zone. This one is safe. But Stata automatically puts A, B, C, D. You are the one to now tell Stata and say, see, the first row is the variable name. And what you will say, you check this one and say, import first row as variable name. It will change now. Can you see, please? Can you see?
Yes. Yes,
Mhm.
that
Do you see? So when you are importing, make sure you tell Stata that import the first row as the variable. You see, it has changed. I will now click OK. It's loading. You know the data set is large on purpose. I want us to practice with this. No client will bring anything that is more than this. This is national data. Except if you are working for FAO, you are see the one and all this World Bank that use big data sets. And now that you are learning it, nothing will stop you from being able to handle large data sets. You see, it has finished loading. So we have it now. This is it. I can close this one so we'll be able to see. You see that it came with the label, then the name. But one thing about you importing Excel is this. When you look at the back end, before now, it was blue, right? But now it's red. That means Stata is seeing all these things as text. It's not seeing it as number. Stata is seeing this as text and not as number. One beautiful thing about Stata is that it can save your work in both text and in number. It will save it in both text and in number. And in this case now, we normally do string. You can use many. If you want to do string, it's already is here on purpose. So you can do copy and paste. You copy everything from Excel and you come and paste it. It will still work. The string is telling you that if you go to data, create or change data, other variable transformation command, then convert variable from string to numeric. Let's perform it so you understand that there's nothing to be scared about when you're using Stata. So I'll go to data. He said you should click on create or change data. I'm doing this because when you switch to maybe like another version where all these things are, it may change, they may tamper with it and move it to another place, but there's nothing to be said. Just follow this. It's the same thing. The location can change. That's what I'm trying to say. And he said you should click on other variable transformation command. Other variable transformation command. Then he said convert variables from string to number. So it's asking me leave empty for all variables. I would have preferred to use just one that I'm sure of. Mm, let me leave everything. I want to be sure of the one that is in string so that it will help me change it to number because there are some that are in text. Create new number for name. I don't want that. State. I think state or zone. We have 4 zones. Zone. Yeah. So this is it. And say zone one. Zone code. So it has. You see, from point and click. This is the right command. You say the string tone, then generate this. Sometimes you can still say that you should keep it like that. So let's now go and look at the difference between what it was and what we have now. Switch mode, yes. This is state now. This zone now is going to be seeing it as number, not text again. Okay, it contains no numeric, so no generate. Mhm. It contains non-numeric, yes, no generic.
Right. Sorry about that. I think I'm lost here.
Okay, sir, I'll come back. No replace. I understand. I want the one that does not have text beside it. So let me answer. I don't know. Please, who is asking question? Is it how to import?
How to import, yes, and this one is going to get very good.
All right, we'll do it together.
I have imported.
Mm. And it's showing like this, right? It's giving you this too, right?
Yeah, it's giving me all the
And this is this. What I'm saying is, you see this one, it's having numbers and also having text. There's no problem about it. Let's finish. Now, if you import your data set, you already have it in starter format. The next thing to do is to save. So go and look at how to save. You click on file and you say, if you already, because this is new, we don't have this one as saved already, you can click on save or save as. The same principle applies to when you are typing on your Word document. When you want to use save as, it's because you already have a file and you don't want to replace it. So I want to save it. I will not say example. Okay, I say import. I've been using export. So this is import example. Okay, this one I just use it to teach us how to import. But something came up like that. I want to also use this opportunity to teach us how to string. So I normally leave 30 minutes to practice so that people can practice. Okay. So now we have saved. Please, you will testify to it that all the things that we have been doing, we are keeping it in this import, in this history window. This is import. Instead of us cramming the code, you can use this one is just help. Let's say I don't need it because I just use it to teach us. You can delete. Do you see? Anything you don't need, you can delete. I hope I'm still here because here's my second phone. Sorry, anytime light is off, it may go with my network, but let me switch on the hotspot. Can you still hear me?
yes, I can do it. Yes. Yes.
Mhm. So I'm using this. Thank you. I'm using this opportunity to show us that you can delete anything you don't want to keep. Do you get in the history window? Because I will use this to teach us how to create a group file. Okay, so let's say I don't want this. Say delete because it's the same thing. I will close this. That's how to import, and you already know how to save, right? Let's check what we have imported. This is my code for import example. Do you see it is here already? And this time around, it is now in Stata format. It is now in Stata format. I'll still show us how to string it. It's looking as if I'm already deviating from the course module. But I will see to get the right. I want us to be able to capture what we want to do today. Because we have to talk about types of variables we have. So I've explained, please can you see this? I've explained what this to import, to export, the name of what you are bringing in is what will follow when you say use. Is the name of that file that will follow them. This clear, it means to delete anything that is on the system previously or that particular workspace that you are using at that time. That is what it means. Okay. So we have some commands like describe. When somebody sends any document to you, you can either browse it or you describe the data set so that you understand what is in the data set. And you'll be looking at how many variables I have, how many observations, what is the form of this data set. So let's use another command that we call describe. Describe. What describe will do is to show us the description of the data set. That is, to talk about the number of variables, number of observations you have, and the details of each variable. So let's do it now. This is the interface. I can use this one to tell us as if I want to open. You know, before I say you can just double click on it and it will open. But this time, if you give me exact format and I say open. So if I use command describe, this is blue. Okay, enter. This is what is going to happen. It will give me the number of variables, the number of observations that I have, and other information. This one is web title. That's one thing about Stata. When you are using it, like if you send it to another person that have never seen that data set before, they will read it as if they are just reading normal book. But if it's Excel, you will have to call the person and say, please, which one? What do you have? What is this information about? Anybody can get this data. Any question? Any question? Okay. So anybody can get this.
Please, madam,
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you, what is the difference between the command describe and the property window?
Okay. The difference between this property, you have your phone, right? You want to know how many gig is my phone, and what is the color. All these things are saved there, like in form of metadata. So that is what property is doing. If you tell you, see, for under this variable up here, if you look at it before, when I did not click anything, there was nothing here. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Let me bring it. Hmm. You see, the moment before, look at this S1210. In what month was the name born? This is because this data is properly arranged and well labeled. But if it's not, you will not see any information here. When I click on the name of this variable is S1210, this is like a form of meta data information. The label is in what month was the name born. What is the type of this data set? Is in bytes. We'll come to it. We'll talk about bytes. We'll talk about string. We'll talk about numeric. We'll talk about categorical data. Then the format, all this, the value label, it is labeled as S1210. If you look at the data now, this data is saying that the frame is default, is on default. The file name is section 1 Harvest DTA, that's in this in SATA format. The label is Nigeria household panel with 5 post harvest household section 1 roster. This one is just giving you the information about this data set, about the variable itself. Let me change to another one so it will be clear. If I click on this zone, it will give me the properties, like the information about this person. It's telling me the name, the label, the type, the value label is labeled as zone ID. From which data is it coming from? It's telling me that it is coming from Nigerian GHS panel data. That is why when you are using secondary data like this or your own information too, especially for people that do publication, journals want to be sure that you are not just boboing them, you are not bringing false information. They will trace your work with this. That is why when people are applying for postdoc, they are applying for PhD, professor will always ask you, can you use a particular software? And most of the time they'll say, can you use Stata? Nobody will ask you, can you use Excel? Because Excel will not give all this information. That's why we say Stata is for professionals, but at least you will use the same energy to learn it. So this is what about property. You see this describe that I'm saying. If you are looking for a fair lady, and we have like thousands of them, and we are not saying, oh, like in this campus, so we have like 20. Am I still here? Just telling you the information about maybe like about the data set or about the variable. If you click on a particular variable, and I use zone as example, like if I click on zone, all the information about zones will be here. Now, the difference between when you use describe is this. You see, beyond just telling you the number of variables that you can get here, the name of the folder, it will give you information about each of these variables at a glance. You see, all at once. If you scroll down, you'll be able to see. For all the 117 variables that we have, you get information about each. You see, you see. So, and this one will help you when we want to do data extraction. We will get there. But now you already know how to import, how to export, how to save your file, and you can at least browse your data set. You know that you can seek for help. It will continue. Even when you want to do histogram, there's a particular graph that you want to do. You can say help histogram. It will direct you. Help bar, it will take you to where you get the information. Okay. Help regression, it will tell you. Okay. So this is it. So when you say describe, description will give you information about each of these variable at a glance. You see, detail of each variable. It will tell you the number of variables you have, the number of observations, and all of that. So if you want to see the actual data, you can use list. List is a command too. You can use list and say list, maybe like the first 10 rows. You can use this list. So list is a command. If I use list for this one, it will be too much. We have a lot of data. You see, I can say list 1 to 10. It is too much because I have 117. It will just cloud the whole place. It's still loading, but all this place now will be crowded. You will not understand. See, list, because we have a lot. So it is when you are dealing with maybe like a particular something that you can use list. Another thing that I want us to know today. Now for this one, to save, what you need to do is to save this data set is, are we together? So the command for save is you say save and you use auto. Sorry. Okay. You see, it is still loading. That's why I don't want to, because we have a lot of files. See, it is still working. Ah, I would have used set more off, but it's late. Hey, sir.
While you are working on it, sometimes the cursor disappears. Is it possible for you to use your finger to point at what you are doing?
Will you be able to see it? You
We
won't
can't
see.
see our finger. We can't see our finger. We can only see our finger.
You can't see. You can only see my system. I will take it slow. It's because of network. So just call my attention. Do you get? Call my attention
I
to
thought that. I thought
yeah.
that.
His network. His network.
Also, ma'am, maybe probably you can also expand so that we can
Mm. See, you here on this screen now. This screen. This is our screen. From your own end, tap on your own. What do we call it now? Try to expand. Do you see that my own is coming up? Do it from your end. Do you understand, sir? Try to zoom. Place your hand on your keypad and bring it in like this. You can control it from your end. Thank you, sir. Sir?
yes, we can do that. We can do that. But the thing is, when you move your cursor away,
Mm.
you might not be able to pass your movement.
Oh, okay. Why this? I've caused a lot of issues today, but it will shall continue. You can use this, but no problem. Let's continue. But can you see this one? Can you see? Are you with me, please?
This one is very bold and clear. This one right now.
Okay.
Assuming all the data sets like that, it will have been very, very yes,
Okay.
and at the same time, we are also looking at what you're doing, and we're also working with Stata also. So
Hmm.
it's not clear when you're working with Stata.
I
And
understand.
something at the same time, yes.
I understand. That is why, like when I'm teaching, it may be like that. But when you are doing it again. You know you will have the video. You can be using your phone, then you'll be practicing it on the laptop. But I can't control the interface here. I can see this place. Or maybe by tomorrow I will still check if there's a way they can help me to bold my screen information. Only this place that I know that I have power on. And this is the IS. Okay, so let's continue so we can cover. So to save, if you want to write the command, you just write save and put the name that you want to use to save it and you say replay. It will automatically save your work. But you can do um point and click, which is the one that we have been doing, and the information, the command, we always it will always be in history window, that we can go back there and pick it up. When we use this replace is like option. You are giving it option that allows Stata to overwrite. Maybe like you have a existing file before. That is what this command replace means. Now, when you want to create a do file and log file, what is do file? Do file is like a script, like it contains all the commands that you want to run. You can save it there, and you don't need to be typing it anytime you want to do that particular analysis again. That is the essence of do file. Now for log file, I already told us that it keep record of anything, everything that you are doing. It will keep it in log file as far as that session is still on. Now, how do we create a do file? Two ways to do it. Thank you. It's done. How do we create a do file? This is it. When you see file, edit, data, this is not the only place you can see it. Under this graph, this graphics, you see new do file editor. Can you see it, please?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Under web.
We have data, graphics. Below it, you will see one icon that looks as if you want to write in a paper.
Yes, yes, yes.
So click on it. A new window will open.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Under which? Under file, edit, or web?
Under we have file, edit, data, and you have graphics. Direct below that graphics, you will see. Let me show you. Can you see it, sir? This.
Okay, I can see graphics. Under
Just move your mouse down. You see this paper. This one. I'm pointing at it. This one. There's a book. It looks as if you want to edit something.
right on it. Okay.
When you click on it, a new window will open.
Yes.
So that is, let me click it again. So you see, this window will open. So this is where you will now, you see, if you know command already, you will now start typing it and say clear. When you click enter, it will take you to another line. The same way we write in Microsoft Word, and you say you want to use, let me see, use this syntax because I know this already. And I say auto, I say clear. I don't need this clear again, it's just then I may want to say set more off before this. Set more off. Set more off. Let's say I want to describe. I'm just writing the basic one that we know. Let's say browse. For example, when I say describe, let's say I have this. I already have a do file. The first thing you should do is you should save it. This is
Again.
No, I didn't. Below it, there's a save icon. Or use file, you will see save direct there. This is the icon that represents it. You will save it. I can give it name. I will say day one do file example. And you will see that save as type. This is the file. If it's do, you will always see that dot do. You know, when you are working with Excel, you want to save Excel format, you always see dot XLX. If it's Stata, you will see dot DCA. So this is do. All these are just normal information. It has nothing to do with analysis. Are we together, sir? Amma? Any question, please? Can I proceed? Okay. Okay. So this is safe because it already has a name. I want to close there. I want to look at what we have done before. And I want to clear, I'm just using it to teach us, so I want to clear this.
Doctor, do you remember to record?
Yes, I'm recording.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yes, I'm recording. This icon is showing, so I'm watching it. I'm recording. Okay. So I'm going to close it. This is the day one do file example. If I want to show us the power of this do file, let's say I want to start my work from Genesis. I open this. I say I browse. Mhm. After browsing, because we are going to see if we will start basic thing. Let's say I want to export. Export. Mm. This one I want it to replace it so that I will not have much. Let me replace the third one. Mm. Save the variable as this. I already say replace the worksheet if it exists already. Okay. Okay. So I exported. Let's say I want to describe too. Hmm? Mhm. Describe. Let's say I'm just performing some things that we have not done. Let's say I want to tabulate zone. That is create a table. This is table. I also want to maybe summarize. It can be sum. Because I just want to use it to teach us. I can summarize age. So I will look for it. Age. All these are analysis, descriptive analysis. Let me create graph, histogram. I can do for age to show me the distribution. Ah, histogram, age, 0, F1 is continuous. Yes, okay, okay. I did not specify the type of graph. So in this case now, I want the graph to come. It's loading. Okay, this is the graph. I will still tell us Why histogram? When do you supposed to use histogram and some other ones? I just want to explain do file. So let's say this is it. I can begin to edit, but you will get there. You are not editing now. Minimize. Or let me close it because I just need the command. Okay. Now, let's say this is the work that I've been doing since morning, oh, and I want to send it to Mr. Kindness. Like you don't need to go through it. The work that you need to do, just this is the work. Analyze the work and I'll come here. I don't need this because this is error. I will delete it. You see this, all these that I know that I need, I will control A. I will copy it and go and put it in my draw file. Where is that draw file? Okay, this is it. When we are writing, when you want to write text in Stata and you don't want it to affect your work. For example, I want to tell Mr. King that if you want to browse, I'll say, oh, the first time I say, this is the command. So you can write note. This is the command for to bring in your work. I'll leave it like that. I can still write and I will now say change change the working directory here to your own. Like I'm giving instructions. You do not need to see me. So we just read it and do it. You see, it's showing this one will affect the work if you just do it like that. But if I put it as green, Stata will read it as just normal work. It's not going to affect. And I say you can also browse like all this one. Now we have this do file is closed. All the work closed. Where is that Stata? Okay, this one I want to close it because I'm sending this do file. I've closed everything. Oh. How to use do file? You open your do file and I want to start. I'll say you can either come to your do file and do the work at once. Let's say this is the part that I need. I want to bring this in. I want to browse it. I want to do these three at once. So we select it. Now come to this place where you are seeing I. You can see I somewhere. Show file in view. Beside it, there is execute selection. That is do. I will say execute. Then you come back here to see. What did I say? The first thing I say, I open this do file. Stata will record it that I open do file. And I say do, use it. I say use auto clear. This is the work. I say browse. That is why this one is showing. Because I say browse, it will bring it. Then another thing I say describe. See the description of my work. So let's now imagine that you want to do maybe like you have analysis, maybe like 5, 10 objectives that you want to do, and you already have the point and click method that you have done. You now put all those commands, you put it in do file. By the time you need it, you don't need to start retyping it again because maybe that thing cost you maybe like 5 days, 10 days to put together. You can execute the command under 5 seconds, the whole work will be ready. And this is example of it. Just these little things that I did. Bring the work for me, browse it as shown, describe. If I say tabulate and everything, you will still see another thing. This is still the command. I want to clear. I can use this clear. This is the command. I will execute. Let's go and check the result. This is clear. There's nothing there again. I want to perform another operation. I want to say use. The reason I say change the working directory to your own is if I send it to Mr. Kindness now, My own is showing Dell desktop quad 4. Then I save this data. Maybe his own is just maybe like local disk user, then the name of the file. So you will have to change your own. So all you need to do is you will just copy this, all this work. I can do this at once. I'll say execute. He's performing all the command that I said do for me. He's already doing the work and everything will be ready in just few seconds. So if I write the command, everything, and I want to publish, maybe I've been working on a paper for like 6 months. Journals will now ask me and say, this work, can you give us the do file? Can we see the do file? That's the essence of them saying that you must know how to use all this Stata, R, EView, so that they will be able to trace anything you have done. Another thing that people also do for students, I don't know if I have postgraduate students here. For students, you will see that your supervisor can just decide and say, go and read this analysis is not okay, this one is significant, this is not significant. Can you please remove so variable? If you don't have a do file, that means you have to start the work all over again. But if you have a do file, you will just go there and edit. You will go to your do file. Maybe this place, the person is saying it is not summarized age, maybe it's income. You will now put the variable name of that one, you put it here and the work will be done. You will see more of benefits of do file as we proceed. Any question, please? You see all the work is done with just a click. This is the histogram. This is when I say show me what I have at the back end, and this is just the do file that I use. So any question, please? Am I still here?
Honestly, yes, you are. Honestly, it's like from my own perspective, like it's like a mirage, but I think during the course of the program or during the course of the training, you will get it. It's just because it's still new, but we still need to look at the picture and get everything you're talking about.
Please, any other comments?
Yeah, so for me, I was looking for what I'm trying to do. I was actually looking at the UK time. I was trying to listen to those who are for me, I'm not getting it here. So
Okay.
I'll keep it.
Okay. Any other comments?
Actually, yes, now. I didn't get anything under that to do list that you just explained. Like
Okay.
everything from beginning to end, only on that to do part, that do list part. But everything has been started clear.
Okay. It's just the group file. Okay. Mr. Gomez, are you with us? Mr. Kindness, Mr. Omoyele, Mr. Lawan. Please, I ask question. Let me know the part that is not clear. Which one is clear and which one is not clear?
Yeah, it does. When we go to
Okay, is that to do and do file. Mr. Benjamin, Mr. Martin,
yes, ma'am. Yeah.
any
I think
question?
where I got a little bit, yeah, where I got a little bit confused, hopefully it's going to be clear, where you're trying to talk about the five pounds, where yours is showing how to change different five pounds. So in my mind, I was just wondering, how do we now change that if, for example, you're giving us that five and want to rotate
so much. We'll do it. We have to go practical. Mr. Martin, Mr. Martin,
Yes, I'm well now.
any questions?
Uh,
Which one is clear? Which one
yeah,
is not clear?
yeah, as it is, thank God that we made the record so that at least one can sit with it and train with it um, space by space. But I don't know, maybe in case of next time, would you like, display a bit like
Ah,
pointing out those files and so that when we are reviewing the class, it can be more clearer
okay,
because you feel a bit fast to
okay,
each of those points now.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the feedback. All right, so I'm going to take a pause. We have 15 minutes, and this is what we do so that it will be clear. Who is ready to share his or her screen? Miss Dr. Abiodun, are you there? Madam Oluwakemi.
I am here.
Oh yeah, which part is clear and which one is not clear?
Honestly, because I was in church, your one is 12 o'clock. I was in church when I jumped to my mobile phone. I was just trying to follow.
Okay.
And where you were talking about doing something with I don't know.
I will go
That
back
was
to it. I will go back to that one. I don't want to jump. So please, anybody to share screen,
what
ma? But let's do practical. Let's do practical. Anybody that is ready to share screen. So it is when you practice, you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. Let's practice, please. I need somebody to show me how to import, how to export, then from there, how to create a do file. I also want to talk about how to create a log file, but I want us to do it now.
everybody that understands how to do it or anybody that will be able to do it.
Anybody should share screen. Let's go back to it.
I don't like sharing my screen. I'm using this to me.
Oh, yeah, share. Okay, please speak, Mr. Where is the network? He was waiting. Mr. Gomez.
Yes, madam. You can call me additional my other channel.
Okay, Mr. Adeshina.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
As the accent is a little complicated. But yes, yes. I want to ask you something
Hmm.
about the process to export
Okay.
file from Stata
Hmm.
to Excel.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, I just want to ask you, why do you export data or you don't export the results? I don't understand.
Okay.
Because if you have data, it is to process it and or to treat the data. But if you export the data as it is, I don't understand what is the importance to export it.
Hmm.
I don't know if you understand
I understand you.
my question.
I understand you. See, I know, like you are thinking that no, we're supposed to finish analysis before we export, right? That's what you are saying.
Yes, yes.
And it is not every time. If you don't need to export your results because it will save in log file. I can see that somebody is battling with something. The key is showing that. Don't worry, you need to share. Let's learn to share our screen. Oh, people volunteer and say, I want to do it now. We are all beginners. Let's just
Okay.
stay on the same page. What I do is when I do import, I ask like two people, can you import? Let's see. Some people will say, oh, my own is not working. Say display. Let's see. Maybe the person is pressing wrong key. Then the working directory is something that is simple. So I need somebody to share screen.
I can share my screen if you are okay.
Share, share. I will stop sharing so that another person can share. Don't worry, it will be clear now. We'll start like from beginning. I know that where we stop is this do file. Do file, if you look at the course module, I even put it at the last part. So that when we work for like 6 days, the work that we did for 6 days, we can just perform it under 1 second. That's the essence of do file. Okay, thank you. This is Stata 19 MP.
You see my screen?
No, I'm only seeing Madam Oluwakemi's screen.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, this is Stata 19. I don't know.
Okay. No problem, but the interface is a bit different. I'm trying to look at the window so that I can put it in the right shape. Mr. Additional, please let Mr. Additional share screen because majority of us are having Tata 17. If not, this one now people will start looking for where it is.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Mr. Additional, please share your screen.
Yes, madam. Do you see my screen?
Come in. Yes, yes. So, maximize the screen.
Yes.
Make it big.
Okay.
Okay?
Is it okay now?
Yes, thank you so, so much. Now, I started by explaining the interface we have. So, I want to test us. I think the people are having issue with only the do file, but let's see how to import. Can you please open, do you have Excel format now?
Yes.
Okay. So click on file.
Sorry, please. Where the data set? I'm not sure I have the data.
You have it. You have it. You have it. It's part of the things that I asked us to download. So where do you put it? Yeah.
It's on our email or what?
Yes. I noticed you did not read the email. That's why.
I think it's from the drive that Madam, from the drive that Doctor gave us.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not sure I have the time.
She did not
You
open
can
it.
check your mail.
Don't mind that. She did not open it. When I saw her message saying that she's unable to, she's using, is it, what do you even call it? Stata trial. I say, try again. Okay, so no problem. Please, can you please open Stata file? I want you to open Stata file, Stata itself.
Do you want that I import or export?
I want you cannot export if you don't have anything on this file.
Okay.
Good.
I have to click here.
Yes, click open. Okay, good. Do you have anything inside? It's showing nothing.
Sorry to cut you short. What is the email that you need to send the email? Sorry.
I will send you I on that email. Let's finish this class. So I'll send us.
I don't know why I don't see the
Okay. Don't that's why it's good.
file.
Close this. Just stay with me. Close it. Close. Close everything. Mhm. Good. Open this starter. Let me see what you have. Okay. DHS. Open. Open it. Okay. Harvest. Open. Open.
Here.
Yes. Open Can you please copy step one and step two, the first and the second? Just copy the first and the second.
I started on Stata.
No, no, no. Have you copied this?
Yes.
And close this one. Keep close. We are working together. Close it. So I want you to close this one too. I want you to be directly inside it. Open this starter. Mm-mm. Open the starter folder. The folder.
Okay.
Everybody, please pay attention. Now, just paste it direct. Paste it inside there. I don't want the working directory to be too long because I can see one drive, personnel, then beauty, then inside starter. That's how long the working directory will be.
Sorry, I don't have this GHS data. This one. What's it?
Mr. Gerard, is that Mr. Gerard?
Yes. Yes.
He's there.
Yes.
You did not. Mr. Gomez, no.
And I told you I couldn't install it.
Is that Mr.
I'm
Martin?
trying to.
Have you copied?
Yeah.
Just paste it inside this starter folder.
I don't understand. But even for
Right click and paste inside or do Ctrl V. Paste. You not paste it. Oh.
I think I don't understand why that's what.
Use Ctrl V.
Let me try. Are you sure? You sure you copy? Are you sure you copy? Yes. Okay, sir. I think the problem is that at this point where you're trying to copy, you first need to extract the file from that folder. So when you have extract it from, then you need to copy. You can control C from there.
Use Ctrl C, please. Eh.
Control C.
Now go back to starter file. Happy folder. Ctrl V now. Let's see maybe it will work.
Well, then you have to click on that. Click on an empty space there
Click on empty space. Let's see.
before you control.
That one said is that not copy?
I'm sorry that
No problem. We are
I have to let someone else because
okay, don't worry. Open this GHS. Don't worry. Open this GHS. Open. Open. Household. Double click on the first one. Mm. Okay. You can see we have no. Okay. No problem. But when we are done, make sure you copy the two. Put it where you can easily access it. This is the working directory of Mr. Adesina. If you look at this, you see user, the name, app data, local, temp, all this long one. That is the way that you will pass before you get to where this sec1 harvest is. So there's no issue about the working directory. In my own, when I have used the local disk user, my name, the laptop, then you will see the file. That means You see this one, you need to copy it. That is your own working directory. You will paste it there because that's where the file is. The person that asks for the working directory, if I send that do file to you, all you need to do is for you to change the working directory. How will you know? Go and locate that file because this file is labeled as spec1 harvest. Some people's own, maybe like the next time you are working on something, if your client give you any document to work on, you know that it will not be this same name. That is why you should know where your file is. Just double click on it, it will give you the working directly. Does that solve the issue of working directly? So you have opened your data set like this is it. Can you please export this data? Let me be sure that you know how to export. So people that join late too will be able to catch up. Please. Okay. So now I want us to actually get something from this, the way you just exported this file. So Mr. Adesina, can you locate where this file is? Where do you save this file in? Okay. So don't worry, it will be difficult for you to know where this file is. You will not start looking for it. That's why people will say, oh, I can't find it. I've been saving, I don't know. So close this one now. Let's export it properly so it can go to anywhere you want it to be. Now go and click on export.
Export.
Yes, data. Yes, yeah, Now click on save as. See, inside household. This thing is going to be so if you want it to be inside this starter, you have to select it. Now put the name that you want.
Is it okay?
Yes, please.
Okay. Can I save it?
Yes. Okay.
Very good.
Do you see the working directory? Now it is telling you that local this user this, you go to OneDrive, desktop, starter, then you will locate that file. So click OK.
Yeah.
So this is properly exported. There's no issue here. We also talked about how to import. You can close this now.
Very good.
So this is it.
I have to
You
open it.
open it, open to confirm that your data is there.
Very good.
Do you see? Everything is here.
Thank you. Thank you, doctor.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
So this is how to export. You can also, is there anybody that wants to volunteer at least? Do we know how to export now, please? Is there anybody that still did not get how to export? So you can export your data at any stage. Some people, some clients,
Sorry, can we do just a minute to review what you just did just now? Sorry,
okay,
just a minute. Just quickly.
okay,
That's the export. Export data.
yes.
Okay. Can you start your turn?
No, leave it, leave it. This is one thing because I don't want it to be like only me. If only me is talking, I will know. If another person talks, if there's any error, they'll be able to say, "I know it is not that side." So, is there anybody that wants to explain how to export? We'll have it in the video already, but let's check. I know it's 3 o'clock already, and some people may have another engagement now. But it's important that we go with something, not that we just join and today nothing. I don't have to export. I don't have to import. Is there anybody that wants to explain how to export? Here's Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim, Mr. Moyele, Mr. Mr. Martin, Mr. Lawan. I'm sorry, I have to go. I will receive the recording. Just the recording. I have to go. I have another. Yeah, no problem. You will get the recording. So I will stop recording now because if it's too long, people may find it difficult to listen to.